everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. Today we're going to do a come on by and have a chit chat and a coffee with me. I just had lunch. I had a nice piece of fresh bread. Where am I? Fresh bread with strawberry jam. What's that?
Raspberry jam.
Raspberry jam. And I haven't had a coffee yet, but I'm going to have one shortly, and I've got a drink of water beside me. So, I thought I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent today. Not a real tangent, but just, I'm going to just spout up some thoughts that I have. It has become very apparent to me in the last little while that the healthcare system that we have in place in this country is abominable. Totally, it's terrible. We have all seen and witnessed what has happened to Claudine with how many surgeries she's had. And she's had 4 of them now, and this last one has opened. She had an ultrasound done, and it has opened. But she has to wait almost a year for healing to happen as best as it can before she can get it done with mesh. So she's going to spend the next year being as careful as she can with it, and yet exercising and whatnot and getting her in the best healthy shape so that she can face that surgery. So, but the apathy of the doctors, we'll call you in 2 weeks, we were trying just to phone and see if there was somebody who could give me a painkiller, because they didn't discharge me with any. They didn't discharge me with any instructions other than one little booklet. The book, they were just so anxious to get you out the door. Her words exactly to me, we've got patients that are in need of the bed. Was I not in need of the bed? I don't understand that. And, if I had done something to offend somebody, she goes, oh, no, you're the perfect patient. Well, if I'm a perfect patient and you treat me like this, I'd hate to see a patient being treated. But anyway, so my brother waited a long, long time for his surgery when he had it. I mean, this isn't a new thing. My mom was waiting for her 25 years ago when she was waiting for her surgery at that time. So, waiting is nothing new, but paramedics off, like they're babysitters or something. They're there but then they take you to the hospital. There's no bed for you in the emergency room, and they can't hospital staff because there isn't any. So they have to babysit you while they wait for a bed. That's a waste of their talent. Their talent, they should be out there doing their saving of lives, It's just a waste of the talent. And I don't know what the solution is, but somebody should be getting a thinking cap put on and try to figure it out. Anywho, so the next step for me, I'm going to get my staples out 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks? About 2 weeks. It's not looking too bad. Let's see if we can bring it down forward a little bit. Don't want to show off my arse end, but okay. So that's my bandage, and there I'm kind of still purple in behind, but that's not a very good view. But I've still got plenty of purple on me, but it is very much fading. Just thankful, because you get stared at quite a bit when you go anywhere with black and blue all over you. And let's see, what else is going to say? Oh my gosh, the weather is so beautiful today. I can't even imagine it being anything. There's a slight breeze out there. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I did my update for today for my challenge, how it's going. I was really so impressed. Claudine did my shopping for me. I had to change things all around because I was gone for those days, and I was in hospital, and I said, we didn't buy very much, or we didn't need to buy very much, so we just changed things around a little bit. And short of maybe a loaf of bread I'd have to get before the next trip, I don't think we're going to need anything, bread or milk. But the bread I can make in my bread maker, so not my bread maker, my dough, what was KitchenAid. I can make the dough in the KitchenAid and do that. So that's what I will do for one loaf if I run out of just one loaf of bread. So the landlord place should be coming back into town pretty quick here. He's somewhere around the 8th or 9th, and maybe he'll get us a walkthrough, and we'll be able to envision ourselves in the home more. And I have a lot of work to do, but I am not doing a bunch of work at one time. because I stand up, I get dizzy. When I first went for a walk in the hospital, they stand you with a walker in front of you. You take a step, and then they bring a chair behind you. Don't sit down, but it's there in case you're going to need to sit down. So I had just got out of the bed, walked to the door of the bedroom, and she said something about, how hard is that? And I said, oh, that's not doing too. And that was it. I was down. And I just blacked out. And needless to say, they got me right just into the chair there. And then I started to kind of come through, and he says, oh, you had a little sleep. I said, I just dropped asleep. And he said, no, you didn't really. You passed out. But he said, that's what they call this, facial glacial or something. Oh, they got these names and now, I can't keep up with them. But anyway, I don't really try to keep up with them either. Oh, okay, I'm going to tell this little thing. I just thought, because I said we're changing things, I always did it. When the kids were little, we often would change words around and whatnot, and they have stuck for years within our family. These words have stuck. Well, Claudine comes out one day, and her hair is like swinging everywhere. And I looked at her and I said, you look like the epitome of gollywogginess. And she goes, just the epitome? That was so cute. Anyway, so she used to do that one. Another one we used to do all the time was spiggly. We didn't call it spaghetti, we called it spiggly. And that's because one of the kids that I was babysitting, they couldn't say spaghetti, and they said, oh, can we have that spaghetti? No, spiggly again? And I said, yes, you can have that spiggly again. So they had that. And it's always been sort of a fun thing we've done. But anywho, I'm not going to stay on here doing too much, so I'm going to let you all go. I've had a lovely chat. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, and I'm going to talk to you all tomorrow.